أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. By the barakah of Sidi Shaykh, Sidi Mohamed Faouzi Karkari قدس الله سره. Notes from Mudhakara of December 5th, 2023. Before starting this video, I would like to state that this work would never have seen the light without Sidi Shaykh. If something is wrong, it will be from myself, and everything that is correct is from Sidi Shaykh. A disciple asked about a dream in which he witnessed his sister speaking negatively about the tariqah. Sidi Shaykh responded that if people direct negative remarks toward the tariqah, it's because of the disciples themselves. However, all the goodness and all the good attributes come from Allah, not the disciples. When someone, be it a sister, a friend, a father, or anyone else, says something bad about the tariqah, it's often due to the disciples' inability to effectively transmit the message of Allah's light. His bad reputation, attitude, and behavior tend to provoke others into denigrating the tariqah. Sidi Shaykh explained that when a disciple witnesses someone insulting the tariqah, he shouldn't react aggressively. Instead, he should understand that the issue originates from within himself. If he possesses the ability to effectively transmit Allah's message to Allah's beloved ones, it would have been conveyed. Sidi Shaykh mentioned that if a person has a brother known for kindness, patience, mercy, and trustworthiness, someone with all these positive traits, and later he learns that this brother joined a tariqah that doesn't align with his own beliefs, he wouldn't accept it for his brother. Consequently, he will visit his brother and express concerns, advising that this tariqah might not suit him considering his qualities of kindness, patience, mercy, and trustworthiness. He might critique certain aspects of the tariqah, including the members' clothes and practices. Sidi Shaykh stated that this would likely be the initial discussion. However, what will be the disciple's response? The disciple will explain that all the qualities admired in him, such as kindness, patience, mercy, and trustworthiness, have been learned within this tariqah. He will clarify that his involvement in the tariqah was for a long time, not just for a day or two, but for an extended duration. Initially kept secret, but it's now publicly announced. The other party, whether he was a brother, a husband, or a wife, know their family members' past and how he has transformed. But if they remained unconvinced, that's okay. They will try to search for the reality of the tariqah, and if they ask for guidance, it's simple. The disciple should offer the Shaykh's books for them to read. He should advise them not to focus on the patched cloak al-muraqqa or the Sufi dance al-hadra, but rather to read the books and watch the Shaykh's lectures to comprehend the tariqah from a scientific approach. Sidi Shaykh emphasized the importance of maintaining a calm atmosphere without any disturbances, screams, or disruptions. Sidi Shaykh added that if they truly want to understand, they will read the books seriously and look for mistakes to convince their beloved one. However, their search would yield no mistakes. They will see that everything matches the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. Their thinking was just too narrow at first, but as they widen their view, they will find proofs from imams and ancients. Then one should ask again if they are convinced. They will respond that there is nothing wrong with the tariqah in terms of Islamic law, Shara, but it's just difficult for society to accept it, etc. Sidi Shaykh clarified that when the focus moves away from religion and involves customs, al-urf, it's then the disciple's role to speak. Customs, al-urf, is taken into consideration in jurisprudence, ashara, so it must not be disregarded. The biggest problem with al-urf is the wearing of the patched cloak and muraqqa. Here, the disciple should bring the stories of ancient awliya who wore the muraqqa in their time while it was not part of their customs. Similar situations exist with other Sufi practices, such as panhandling, hand drumming, and music, which were not part of the customs in the era of ancient awliya, yet they practiced them. Sidi Shaykh explained that discussions should be conducted with manners, dialogue, and knowledge, not by shouting or belittling others. In such situations, if the disciples mistake, even if the other party screams or assaults, it might be excusable due to their lack of knowledge, but the disciple, who now knows better, cannot be excused. The disciple is on a path of spiritual journey. Thus, he should treat others well, endure insults, remain patient in the face of harm, and consider it a charitable deed, sadaqah, and a good deed, hasana, to draw closer to Allah's presence. Sidi Shaykh mentioned that one who fails to convey the message is the one at fault. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Convey from me even if it's a single verse." Therefore, the disciple should convey at least the easiest verse in the tariqah, whatever he finds easy to convey. Sidi Shaykh explained then his own experience and how he went through the same stages. Initially, when he started wearing the rosary, as-subha, and the passed cloak, al-muraqqa, no one in his surroundings was doing so. It took discussions and teachings, including the story of prophets, to convince even the disciples within the tariqah. He affirmed that it was through the same steps he mentioned earlier. Sidi Shaykh then explained that he didn't force anyone to wear the subha or the muraqqa. However, he clarified that these foundations, such as the subha, the muraqqa, and the Sufi wandering, as-siyaha, help the disciple in reaching his destination at the fastest pace possible. Sidi Shaykh gave an example to elaborate further. He stated that if someone is in Mecca while the Prophet ﷺ is in Medina, in his migration towards Allah and His Messenger, one can walk on foot and arrive at the Messenger ﷺ after a month. However, what the Shaykh is doing is helping the disciple to reach the destination in 2 hours. Yet, if the disciple prefers to reach after a month, he can choose to do so. Sidi Shaykh emphasized that he doesn't force the disciple, but offers him the opportunity to choose. So that was all for this video. Alhamdulillah الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق اللهم لك الحمد اللهم لك الحمد اللهم لك الحمد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.